Hi, I'm Iqbal. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to take you from complete beginner to making your first investment. And it's very simple. All you're going to need is an internet connection and £100. Let's get into it. So what should we invest in? Asking somebody what to invest in is a very broad question, as there's many different asset classes. But for today, we're going to take advice from one of the best investors around, Warren Buffett. So what does Warren Buffett recommend? I'm going to play you a clip from an interview he did with CNBC where he outlines his investment strategy and what us investors should be doing to help us build wealth.
The best single thing you could have done on March 11th, 1942, when I bought my first stock, was just buy an index fund and never look at a headline, never think about stocks anymore, just like you would do if you bought a farm. You just buy the farm and let the tenant farmer run it for you. And I pointed out that if you'd put $10,000 in an index fund that reinvested dividends, and I paused for a moment to let the audience try and guess how much it'd amount to, and it would come to $51 million.
So from this video, we can take away two things: buy index funds and hold for the long term. So what is an index fund? An index fund allows you to invest in multiple different companies all at the same time. Have you heard of the term, don't put all your eggs in one basket? So what that essentially means is, don't put all your money into one company. Rather than investing in one company, you should diversify your portfolio so you are invested in multiple different companies instead of one. So here is a chart of the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is an index that tracks the 500 largest companies in the US. So if we take a look at the chart, you can see the S&P 500 has been performing well, and then in 2020, it had a massive downturn where it went from 3.3k all the way down to about 2.3k. As we know, this was the pandemic. The pandemic made the market crash, and you can see a steep decline here where we went down, and now we've seen good recovery to where we are now, which is about 4.5k. If we take a max view, you can see the 2020 pandemic crash is here. So when you zoom out, it looks like a dip in the ocean. See, it barely registers. This isn't the first time we've had something that's happened that's affected the economy. You can see in 2007-8, we had the global recession, which also made the market crash, which is here. And then in the 2000s, the dip here, we had the dot-com bubble, which also made the markets go down. And then in the 1980s, we had the famous market crash, which also caused a downturn. So what I'm trying to say is there's always events that happen in the economy that make the markets go down, whether that's a recession, whether that's a market crash, whether that's a pandemic. But if you are investing for the long term, you shouldn't worry, because as this chart shows, all these incidents look very, very small when you zoom out and take a long-term view. So when you are investing, you should invest for the long-term view that the markets will recover and we will continue to grow and prosper, and the economy will do well no matter what. And we will recover from these bad periods, as we've seen here with the 2020 crisis, the 2008 recession, the 2000 dot-com bubble, and the 80s market crash. So what investment strategy should we use? Dollar cost averaging is a popular investment strategy used by many investors. Dollar cost averaging is when you invest equal sums of money at regular intervals. A quote which best describes this strategy is "time in the market beats timing the market." Now what that essentially means is, rather than trying to predict when the markets are going to drop, you just carry on investing at regular intervals so you get the average price over a long period of time. So now I'm going to show you how to actually invest. I'm going to show you how to invest using my platform of choice, Vanguard. Vanguard is a website I use to help me invest because of its low cost fees and their good range of index funds. So once you Google Vanguard, you're brought on here and just click on vanguardinvestor.co.uk. You're brought to this homepage. At the top, you'll click open an account. Then here you see start my application. You're brought onto this page where it shows you four options: the pension, the stocks and shares ISA, the general account, and the junior ISA. For the purpose of this video today, we are going to go with the stocks and shares ISA. So click on open an account. Just some quick T's and C's that you'll have to go and read, and then just press proceed. And you're brought onto this page where you have to choose your investments. So you click on add more investments. And then Vanguard has a variety of funds that you can choose to invest in. I personally invest in the equity funds. So if you go on global, these are all the global funds that you can invest in. So me personally, I invest in the FTSE Global All Cap Index Fund accumulation. And what accumulation just means is any dividends you receive will be automatically reinvested for you. So you don't have to do anything, which is what I prefer. And then we also get income funds. Income funds, so your global equity income fund is when any dividends you receive will be paid to you directly, and you will have to manually reinvest them back. But me personally, I prefer to go with an accumulation fund because it's just more hands-free for me. So once you've chosen your desired fund, you'll click on regular monthly payment and you'll just put in £100 and click on next. Then you just literally choose, obviously, your title, and then fill out your details, your name, address, national insurance number, and then your address and the day you were born. It's pretty straightforward, and once you've completed that, it will take you on to complete the order, and then you'll receive an email saying your order's gone through, and then that's it pretty much. It's as simple as that. The beauty of investing with an ISA is you get a £20,000 allowance every year. So you should look to max out your ISA if you can. Also, ISAs are completely tax-free. So anything you receive through dividends, interest, you will pay no tax. So it's very good. It's a very good tool to use to help you build wealth. And you also get a £20,000 allowance. And even if you do max out that £20,000 allowance, if you have a partner, say for example, you can also use their ISA. So you'll have 40,000 combined, really, if you want to go down that route, which is also pretty good. But yeah, once you've selected your investment and then you fill in your details and then you are good to go. You've got your first investment and you set up an automatic payment, and it's as simple as that. So I hope I've showed you how you can start investing using Vanguard. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.